Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. Here he comes, and anytime this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. The give to the tailback. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Now on 1st down from the 40. They'll go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Right back to the well. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Smashes through. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Out of the gun, the inside give. Plows through the defense. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And yes, he's in the end zone for the touchdown.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Jaguars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
And the Jaguars will hustle to the line. He'll do it himself. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too, because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Lopez wants to fire. They're bringing heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He's looking to throw. Escapes trouble. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Makes his man miss. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets to first down. The Jaguars getting set on 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking for room. It's Martin. Oh, how did he make that move? And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Alabama. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Ready to try the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. An 84-yard drive there, and the score came on an impressive run from the 20. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting up big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Give to the running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
3rd down coming up.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
1st and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. How How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance. Can anyone catch him? He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll throw it on first down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Let's see what they've got on second down. Lopez to pass. This time he's got him. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to him. Makes the catch. It's Martin. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Short gain on the play before he slides. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On second down, he'll fire. Going for it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars!
South Alabama.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Chanticleers have managed to tune out this crowd, and that's a reflection on the upperclassmen on this team. They lead by example, and no surprise, here we are. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Coastal Carolina. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. It's complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Line gets set. First down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense, that's what they do. Last week he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football, this offense.
And he hammers his way in for a touchdown. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
And the Jaguars will have it 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Shakes off the defender. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. The Jaguars want to crank the tempo. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Tempo in overdrive. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He wants to throw. And that one sails through the back of the end zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and then
wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Lopez wants to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, South Alabama. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Number 11.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down.
15. And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. He leaves it with his back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Brings up third down.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout called by the offense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Shakes off the tackler. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quick release on the RPO. Tackled immediately after the catch. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Touchdown, Jaguars! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
3rd down coming up.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. It's late. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Jaguars racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Dances away. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here.
Touchdown, South Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. He didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Offense set on 1st down.
And that is another 1st down for the offense.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Motion from the offense. The give as they work on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Martin. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. Try to barge their way in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next.
Touchdown, Jaguars! And the beatdown has ensued. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Ball in the air, intercepted. Bringing it back, the 40. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Across the 25, he's got room. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. To the ground. He's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Chanticleers have managed to tune out this crowd, and that's a reflection on the upperclassmen on this team. They lead by example, and no surprise, here we are.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff to the single.